Littell, hey guys. Must have been a really good game to watch. I'm proud of our kids. Our kids wanted it really bad. My heart hurts that we couldn't pull it off, especially for our seniors tonight. And there were times that we got down 8 or 9 and just kept battling back. I think we were down 12-13 early, and our kids kept competing and coming back and making big plays. And there's little things that we could look at that were the difference in the ball game, but I choose to be positive and look at what our kids did and how hard they fought. I thought Cassie was really, really good tonight, and she proved some things to some people and proved it to herself, and it's something to definitely build off of for her. And really, really big game. I thought Lexi Keys stepped up and hit some big shots, and that's a game that you hate to. Both teams deserve to win it. Both teams deserve to win it. We forced 25 turnovers. I think we got 19 more shots at the basket than they did. They had an experienced playmaker down at the end, at Robertson, that made some plays and made some free throws. We did a really good job on her in the first half, and I think Lexi did a good job on her in the second half too, but she's not one that you can guard by yourself because they set a lot of screens for her and you got to help. And she made plays, and we got them one, and we had a couple turnovers at key spots, but our kids kept fighting, and I'm proud of what they did tonight.
Yeah, Kassidy, I'll start with you. I had the chance to shake hands with your parents in the stands, and it's their first game, right? Actual game here in Gallagher. But what did it mean for you to see them in the stands today?
It meant everything to me. I mean, just being so far away from home, it's hard to play in GIA and feel like there are people there for you, just being a California kid. So to have my parents come to the game just gives me a little extra motivation. It reminds me of high school, of them coaching me and everything that they've taught me, and I just love them with all my heart. So it was a game full of passion for me. So yeah.
I couldn't quite tell if he was joking, but your dad said he likes being in person better than online because he can yell at you and tell you what you're doing wrong. I mean, what did it mean, to kind of show out for him, right? A season high today. What did it mean to have kind of the game you did today, tonight, senior night, with them in the stands?
I think it's really special just because, obviously I wanted to have a good game for my parents, but to pull it off not only for them, but for the fans that deserve a performance out of me, a better performance out of me, and my teammates that expect more out of me. It was just those three things all put together, and I think that it was just an amazing experience for everybody, and especially to me, like he said, prove it to myself and prove it to everybody else that I'm capable of doing this. So, yeah.
Did you say it was the first time they were here in Gallagher?
Yeah, they were here for an exhibition game my freshman year, but I count this as a real game. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you look back at just kind of your career here at OSU, being far from home, coming into this program and being a major contributor, what stands out most to you about it?
Just grinding it out with, Coach Littell and the girls that have poured their hearts into this team. Just looking back, it's just those highs and those lows and getting through it. Good coaching, good playing and bad playing, everything. It's been an amazing experience. And I think I've always said this, but just the history of GIA and stepping into that gym every single day to practice, to play for 4 years has been such a humbling experience. Knowing everything that everybody did before you and everybody that will come after you, it's just, it's a 1 in a million kind of experience. So to be able to be a part of that and just really soak it in is very cool.
This season, I know, of course, has had its ups and downs with COVID hitting the team and all that you all have gone through this season. What's kind of kept you motivated through the tough times?
I would say my teammates. I see such potential in a lot of them, and you're going to get frustrated and you're going to blame everybody else, you're going to blame yourself, but it's just to keep going. It's tough, and it's tough everywhere, and everybody's working hard, but if you just get over those humps and you just keep grinding at it, you can be a really good, tight-knit team that can win games, and I think it's just about going through that process. And it sucks, but it's really rewarding in the end. So.
Was it hard to step off the court today?
Yeah, you want to. I was like, one more minute, please. But
I saw you, hugging security guards and fans. And what do those relationships mean to you?
I think they're very cool and very unique for everybody. It just shows me that a lot of people, the community, people that work at OSU, staff, little kids to parents, grandparents, everybody have poured themselves into our program and made relationships with me. And I had a sense of family away from home. And I think every single one of those people was my family for the last 4 years. So.
Coach Littell, what has this senior group meant to you?
Well, they've been invested in every phase of what a student athlete's supposed to be. She, along with her teammates and the seniors, have done a good job in the classroom, and they've exemplified what a student athlete's about. And we had a great year last year, and it was a lot of fun. It's been challenging this year, but the seniors have kept everybody connected, and they get along well with each other. And it's sometimes it's how you handle adversity that defines you. It's easy when you're winning a lot of games, and it's a lot of fun when you're winning a lot of games. And we've had some hard times this year. It's been hard. Kids have fought hard. We've lost some tight ball games, and every game we've had a run, for a 4 or 5 minute stretch that keeps us from winning the ball game. But our kids keep coming back and wanting to get better. And it may not pay off this year, but there's going to be dividends in this as the years go on.
What has your team showed you this year to be fighting the way that they are still?
Well, a lot of teams I don't think would, Scott, right now. When you've finished, you lose, go by West Virginia, lose by 4. We've lost at TCU by 1, and our kids stay connected and they believe what we're doing is the right thing. They believe in the process, and sometimes it takes a while, I think they're resilient. I think they like to play, and a lot of these kids, a lot of other teams would kind of hung it up if we would experience some things that we've experienced, and there wasn't any quitting these kids tonight. I mean, they battled their tail off all night long.
What got the ball rolling in that second quarter where you guys turned it around?
Well, I thought we got out-hustled in the first quarter, to be quite honest. They beat us to every loose ball. We got beat in transition and challenged our kids at the quarter, and I thought they responded, and we quit giving up some transition baskets, and that and the free throw line was the difference in the ball game. But our kids responded, and I thought we started hustling and competing, and 30 points in a quarter was a lot of points for us. It's a lot of points for us, so they kept going, but we had that stretch to start the third quarter that was tough. I think they went on, a 15-2 run, something like that. And, but they've got a veteran ball club, and they give them credit. They had some veterans step up and make plays at key times.
With Lexi, she had 11 of those 30 second quarter points, and you said the other day the team will key in on her to be able to remain productive even as the focal point of the defense. What has that shown you in the closing stages? She's
learned to move without the basketball, and there was Cass and some others got some good offensive boards and did a good job of finding her relocating on the perimeter. And I think she's just learned to move without the basketball, and she's little, and she's got to be crafty, and she's learned to become crafty on some things. But she spends time in the gym and shoots, and it was good to see her reap the benefits of that. And she wasn't scared to step up and take big shots tonight, as she took big shots at key times. We were trying to set a 3-4 at the end of the game. They hugged her up pretty good, and we got a decent look at it at the end. But, she's an Oklahoma kid, and this game means a lot to her.
Coach talked about the run in the second quarter, and then
when you guys came out in the third quarter, that run was really quickly erased. What's the mentality like? How do you, as a team, kind of stay focused after you build it?
It's always really hard. We did have the momentum, and it's just about not letting those people, have the first punch. And that's been kind of a running theme that's been difficult for us throughout the season. We just need to get better at not letting it reset. We got to keep the mentality. We got to keep the aggression. And for us, we kind of relax. So to give away those points, obviously, is our fault. We should never let that happen. But that's just something we have to work on mentally as 5 people on a court.
Anything else?
Jim,
Go ahead, Scott.
Jim, Kassidy did a lot of stuff really well based on looking at the box score alone. Was there anything that really stood out to you in particular?
Well, she scored tonight, and she's capable of that. She's always been one of our better defenders. She always understands the game plan. She's smart on the basketball floor, the scheme of it. We've just needed her score, and she proved that she can do that tonight, and she needs to continue to build on that. But I mean, she prepares as good as anybody we've had, and she helps on screens, she hedges, she rebounds. She's a really good offensive rebounder. She just needs to continue to have this offensive output, and she's too selfless at times. And that's not a that's a good trait in human beings if they're selfless and a good teammate, but she needs to look a little bit more for herself and be a little bit more, I'm going to go get mine attitude, and she learned that she can do that tonight.
Jim, you touched on the difficulties of guarding Taylor Robertson earlier. What did you feel like y'all did particularly well in the first 3 quarters, and then in the fourth, what changed, whether it was something that they were doing, what she was doing, or what y'all did?
Well, she started going to the hole a little bit, and she don't miss at the free throw line. She don't miss from the three line either. And I think our kids, she shot one so deep it was like, and we've told her, when she crosses half court, she's in range on it. But sometimes kids it's hard for them to believe that, and she just pulled from about 30 feet on us a couple times. And what they do really well too is when they get an offensive board, they find her. I mean, they find her on the perimeter. So we told our team that anything that you give up offensive rebound could cost you 3, and I think it did it a couple times. And that's the difference in holding her to 11 to 19 is those possessions on it right there.
Thank you all. We're done.
Thank you guys.
Thanks.